More rats fleeing that sinking ship. I'll do one more before I head off to work this morning. Marco Mendicino making an announcement that he won't be seeking re-election. He's citing personal reasons. That's right, personal reasons. Ladies and gents, welcome back. Things couldn't get worse for Prime Minister Justin Trudeau as he's in his last hours, days, whatever. Most people have just discounted him as the Prime Minister entirely, and all the rats are fleeing that sinking ship. And now, mainly, we're talking about Marco Mendicino. He was one of his lapdogs, one of his his shark behind some of the main moves that he was making. One of the architects of Bill C-21, famously, as the Minister of Public Safety, going after people's, law-abiding citizens' firearms, and famously making accusations against the Freedom Convoy participants, to which he's seen no repercussions as of yet. But CBC News pointing out Liberal MP Marco Mendicino will not be seeking re-election, saying it's the right time for me and my family to step aside. Yeah, it's all about that. It's all about that. CTV News also reporting on this. Former Liberal Cabinet Minister Marco Mendicino won't seek re-election. Marco Mendicino, a prominent Toronto member of parliament and former Minister of Public Safety and Immigration, won't run in the next federal election, CTV News has learned. A lengthy written statement by Mendicino, who has represented the riding of Eglinton Lawrence since 2015. Remember why we had all those people in the cabinet? It's 2015. Yeah, said it's the right time for me and my family to step away, and he will serve out the rest of his session as an MP. How long is that session? We don't know. We'll even be doing much of anything in that session. He's famously a backbencher now. He was thrown under the bus by Justin Trudeau, and that's where he's at. Now, he put out his statement, his public statement. He threw it out there, put it out there on X. That's where I read it. I'm not even going to get into it. It's not even that important. What's important is that he's walking away. He's walking away from his role as backbencher anymore in the Liberal Party as it stands. Now, CBC News reporting on this. Former Liberal Cabinet Minister Marco Mendicino not seeking re-election. Letter from Marco Mendicino repeats disagreement over the Liberal government's approach to the Middle East. That's really where it's all about. Now, Brian Lilly reporting on this on X, saying Liberal MP Marco Mendicino announced he won't be seeking re-election in his Toronto riding of Eglinton Lawrence. He also states takes parting shots at the Trudeau government's stance on Israel and hints he will run for council or mayor. Is this his push to have him challenge over Olivia Chow? Is that where we're going? We're gonna go from complete idiot to a shark in Toronto? I don't know. If you look at the polls and where they're going federally, I don't think Torontonians are even considering NDPs or Liberals at this point to jump in federally. Why would they jump into that provincially? But this is where we're at now. His history, a little brief history of Marco Mendicino's role in Canada. Gov.exe is corrupt, putting this one out there. Watch Marco Mendicino on the Freedom Convoy. They're a small fringe minority of extremists spreading hate speech, calling for violence, undermining democracy. Actions needed to be taken against those donating money to the Freedom Convoy. Things like, that's protected speech, right? Donating to something that's a political movement. That's right. Protected speech. Railing against that. We should send tanks, he says. Not even kidding. This is his legacy of working with lockstep with the mainstream media to slander Canadian citizens. That's right.
So your read on what we're seeing in Ottawa, I mean, in your job, front and center here, how to make sure that public safety is maintained?
Look, I'll just say, of course, we recognize that there is a right to peaceful protest, but there's a big distinction between that and some of the expressions that we've seen from the leaders of this convoy. And you pointed it out, the flying of Confederate flags, the equating of vaccine mandates to the resurgent Nazi Germany, calling for the violent overthrow of the government. Of course, Canadians reject that, and truckers do as well. 90% vaccinated. You've seen the Trucker Alliance disavow and put some distance between themselves and this convoy because it does represent, I think, a fringe element. The best way to get back to normal is to continue to get vaccinated, and our government will continue to pursue that in conjunction with Canadians.
Meanwhile, at the same time, it was actually truckers all around the country that were backing up the truckers. They couldn't get them towed away because, that's right, nobody would step up to the plate because everyone supported them. This is the reality on the ground. But Marco Mendicino working in lockstep again with the media to even spin the narrative that somehow the Russians were behind this. Yeah, the ombudsman ended up coming in and intervening in this case.
I don't know if it's far-fetched to ask, but there is concern that Russian actors could be continuing to fuel things as this protest grows, but perhaps even instigating it from the outset.
Well, again, I'm going to defer to our partners in the public safety, the trained officials and experts in that area. What I can tell you is that we do have the police resources on site right now who are watching the conduct of this convoy very carefully and who are providing direction and guidance to residents to ensure that there is a peaceful protest, but at the same time providing direction and guidance to residents. And obviously, it's important that Parliament continue to function. It's important that we provide.
It would have been good if you told her that it was a far-fetched idea. Yeah, that's right. It would have been helpful there. Of course, this is just more about this guy.
Minister Mendicino also falsely claimed, misled Canadians in believing that the Freedom Convoy protesters set fire or attempted to set fire to an Ottawa apartment after locking residents inside, which according to Ottawa police was not true. You accept that?
In part. First
All right.
of all, I'm aware
you.
that was not related to the protest.
Thank you.
I don't ascribe any other motive to anyone else.
Thank you.
It's example after example after example. I don't know how much time I have to throw into this one. Breaking news from Table Salt. Minister Marco Mendicino, best known for crushing the convoy protesters in 2022 and lying that the police requested that, resigns and will not seek re-election. He is facing complete obliteration in the polls. That is likely the reason for it. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments down below. I gotta head off to work, get to work, and get some stuff done. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.